First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Savage, my dorm parents, who eagerly agreed to sacrifice their personal Saturday night and accompany me to this dinner. I also want to thank you, Mr. Kazitskas and his family, for showing so much trust in the young generation of Lithuania. I'd also like to thank you, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, who made my dreams and reality possible. My name is Justinas Cirtotas, though a lot of Spanish-speaking people like to call me Justinas, which I think is cool. I come from Lithuania. I go to Deerfield Academy, school that is 45 miles north. I'll tell you about 3 items that changed my life and fundamentally shaped my current mindset. A coin, counting, and failures. When my father was young, he had a dream to go to the United States. Nevertheless, the dream was utterly crushed by the oppressive civil regime that denied the fundamental human rights. The closest he ever got to the United States was a 1967 quarter dollar that he acquired in ways that are still mystery to me. When I was 10, I saw the coin on my dad's desk, and he told me the story. I told him, I will bring the coin back for you. By traveling to America, I fulfilled my father's dream, and also the dream of thousands of other Lithuanians who saw and still see America as the land of the free. For this reason, I feel entitled to represent not only myself, but also every single Lithuanian who did not have the chance to put his feet on American soil because of the cruel Soviet regime. By being away from Lithuania, I became close to it. I realized that I'm proud to be Lithuanian. An idea used to haunt me. What if I had been born as an American? How different would I be? In some ways, I even tried to become American. I learned English, I listened to American music, I watched American movies, I read American books. After this year, I'm calm, and my identity crisis is over, because I know I am Lithuanian. Besides, ladies love the accent. In the beginning of the year, jet lag and stress drove me into temporary insanity. I started playing football. People would ask me, what sport are you doing? I would reply, football. Oh yeah, you're from Europe, you must be good at penalties and goalkeeping. After playing for a bit, I realized that football is a physical sport, and the outcome of the game is usually decided before the game itself. But it's not about strength alone. Football has to do a lot with intimidating your opponent. Before every game, we would stretch. Everybody would count to 10 for every stretch that we did. After a few games, I started doing what later became known as the Lithuanian count. I would stand up in front of the other team and shout, Vienas, du, trys, 1, 2, 3. So they would see this 6'3" foreigner screaming his lungs off in some distant language. We won 6 out of 10 games this season. Quietly, I believe it was because of my efforts. The most valuable experience was realizing that life is about ups and downs. We all face problems, and we all face challenges. The difference between successful people and not so is the way we react to those problems. It's easy to give in when your AP American History exam crushes you, or you don't make the basketball team after you play for 4 years. It's hard to get up when you had just been tackled by a 100-pound teen Hulk. But you have to get up and keep going. The lives of immigrants 100 years ago were not a single bit easier. The dream of success and hard work kept them going. This represents America for me. My dream and hard work will always remain as the fundamental pillars of my character. At least I hope so. As this experience is almost over for our class, this raises one fundamental question. What next? Obviously, we want our success graph to be constantly growing. Your gift is also a burden, because this year will be hard to topple by any other life event. I've seen more of the world before my 18th birthday than most people during their whole lives in the entire East Europe. But I'm an optimist. The knowledge we gain this year will be put into our college essays, work ethics, and will be passed on to generations. Ultimately, I believe that this is the start, not the finish of the journey. Tomorrow, we'll run faster, stretch our arms farther. And one fine morning. Thank you.
Good evening. Dear Assist Board of Directors, first I'm sincerely thankful to you who provided me with such a valuable experience in this beautiful country. I believe that this experience will assist me in my future development as a global citizen. My most memorable experience this year has been attending the Global Affairs Conference in Kinetic Forum. I dressed in a traditional red Chinese clothes and went with my friends, one from Thailand and two from India. We chatted with other adults who attended the conference about our journey in USA, and then we listened to a very interesting lecture about global issues. I learned so much from the Global Affairs Conference, which offered me such an opportunity to expand my opinions and perspectives to observe the world. The most challenging experience I faced was choosing water polo as my full-time sport. However, the Loomis water polo team is so good that I was stunned by how adept these players are. Initially, I thought the coach may teach me how to float efficiently in the water and then teach me how to control the ball. But apparently I was wrong. Though I convinced myself I could do better, I quit after 1 week's practice. This experience made me a little bit sad. However, at least I tried a new sport which I only watch on TV in Shanghai. Now I'm a member of the Loomis track program, and I like the team with so much great athletes gathering together. I'm doing long jump and sprinting. All I can say is that while I may not be an amphibian, I like playing sports on land. My most satisfying experience is to hang out with my friends from diverse cultures and backgrounds. I have Asian friends, African American friends, Jewish friends, and I appreciate the United States of America for providing me such a chance to build all these close friendships. A huge combination of people with different backgrounds, a melting pot, harmonizing all oranges together. America provides me such a valuable chance to approach the world, and no wonder I'm extremely satisfied and have a lot of fun. American high school teachers are the biggest surprise to me. The way they teach is more inspiring than didactic. They bring students the essence of the course and guide students towards the deep comprehension of the material, one in which applications seem more important than computations. In addition, I find that all my teachers at Loomis coach at least one sport, from cross-country, water polo to track and field. And to me, it is really surprising to see that my math teacher is also my track coach. Here the faculty teaches more than just academics, while in Shanghai, we have our own PE teacher who only teaches physical exercises and academic teachers who only take charge of students' academic achievement. After this quick but unforgettable 8 months, I've grown more independent, especially because Loomis Chaffee is a boarding school. Both my ability to organize myself well and my ability to adapt to a new environment are developing quickly. Following the schedule, I attend 5 classes every day as well as after-school sports, and I feel that I'm quite consistent in following these routine arrangements while efficiently using my time. I like the campus and like to share with my friends my own perspectives about American high school as well as to listening to their feelings about this educational system. I like physics and math, thus assigned for linear algebra and physics alumnus. Under the guidance of my teacher, I become more attracted by the beauty of science and math, during which I enjoyed every minute when solving the problems. My most exciting achievement has been my selection as a semi-finalist for the US physics team and as a qualifier for American Invitational Math exam. It is under this perfect and competitive academic atmosphere that I can satisfy all my curiosity and explore the nature of science. I believe that I have so many feelings to share with my friends in China. I want to tell my teachers in Shanghai the difference between the education system, as well as my own observation about how American students differ from Chinese students. This 1 year's experience is so memorable that I just can't wait to tell my parents my interesting stories face to face and to show them my change after 1 year abroad. Every time I talk to my friends and parents online, I become an ambassador to articulate my American explorations, and I feel very excited when they are very curious about America, this veiled but familiar country. I'm hoping that I can meet the next assist scholar at my school and advise him to just try his best to do whatever he can. America is really a place to trigger your potential energy and a stage to approach the world. Thanks.
Thank you, Tita. I remember very clearly when I first saw the Assist Scholar speeches video from last spring Board of Trustees meeting. I wanted to do one so much since June, and I pictured myself in my head many times. Assist has this power that turns every possible thing that you imagine into reality. Because here I am after an entire year doing my own speech. Hello everyone, I'm Başak Öztürk from Turkey, and I'm one of the Assist Scholars at the Walker School. America welcomed me, actually all of us here in this room, with 2 big storms. I remember sleeping in the basement with our prior belongings on our bedside. My first week at my host family with Pia next to me. The entire family covered up furniture located on possible damage spots that morning, and then everyone along with the 2 dogs went to sleep on the mattresses in the basement. We woke up noticing that nothing at all was damaged. After around 10 weeks, I was at my other host family just for a long weekend. How could I have known that we would be trapped in the house without electricity, turning the long weekend break into a week-long break? My host mom's entire family came to stay with us because we had a generator. And we went for hunts on the road for open gas stations. I can say that it was a creepy week. Fortunately, we survived. When I came to their house for the next break, while we were eating dinner, power went out again. It came back in the morning, but since then, they always expect the power to go out whenever I come to their house. It's kind of like an inside joke now. I remember staying at the Walker School for the first time, after SS orientation in August. I recall the pleasure and the joy I felt as pictures were turned into reality once again. Ethel Walker has been my home and family in America. Of course, this did not happen right at the moment. I needed to observe, accept, and adjust to the community. I slept in 15 different beds this year. This makes one confused where she really belongs at some point. It felt like an immigrant life because the moment you felt incredibly comfortable in your dorm room, break would come, and you would have to pack and leave your new home. This is what makes the American experience one of a kind and diverse. I know I won't be living like this after this year, which makes it sad because I'm so used to it now. Being a world citizen by meeting various people from all around the world was one of my tangible goals for this year. I wanted to have a diverse group of friends, and Assist made this real once more. I could see in front of my eyes how far my network of friends has expanded when I checked my birthday wishes on Facebook this year. There were people from all the way from Philippines to the small town of Simsbury in Connecticut. I met amazing people from all around the world this year. I made great friends, and I know these friendships are not limited for only this year. We've already started making plans to meet this summer. Ethel Walker was the place to be this year. I started my year with an amazing volleyball team which connected me to the school and community. It was very sad to end the season. For winter, I was looking forward to skiing, and everyone kept telling me that the snow would reach beyond our knees, but we hardly ever got snow, despite the snowstorm in October. Regardless, ski team practiced every day, but don't ask me how, because we skied mostly on ice. For spring, I am doing lacrosse and I absolutely love it. Even though our team is full of beginners, we are very strong. My classes in Ethel Walker are incredible. I learned so much this year and every class has broadened my mind. From psychology to environmental issues, from how the US was built to how to use the calculator for application problems. I truly enjoy each class and love participating in discussions. I love my teachers, especially my history and my English teacher, and of course my advisor, who was my ski coach. I've grown in so many different areas this year. Other than the improvements I've had in my English, my Spanish improved too, thanks to my Spanish roommate. I grew more independent. I still remember the rush I felt when I first did my load of laundry. And I feel the satisfaction of opening the dryer to find my clothes in the same size and the same color. I grew much more patient and flexible. I learned not to worry about things which I wouldn't stop thinking about if it was the old me. I became better at finding the positive sides of things in which I had no chance of changing. I learned to observe and adjust to a fully new environment and culture. I familiarized myself with the fact that time is a necessity to reach your ideals in a new place. And most importantly, I created my own life independently from such a young age. And lastly, as this small question arouses so much curiosity in my American peers, I want to make sure that everyone in this room knows that we do eat turkey in Turkey.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jelena Konchev. I'm an assist student from Đurđevac, currently enrolled in fifth form year at Westminster School in Simsbury, Connecticut. Brian Tracy, one of my favorite motivational speakers on the planet, once said, "Move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you're willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new." I can assure you that this sums up the last 8.5 months that I spent here. The initial discomfort, however, was a small price to pay for living a dream. In fact, it wasn't even discomfort. It was only the fear of discomfort. I remember my arrival to the States as though it was yesterday. The smiling faces of the friendly assist staff at the Logan Airport will always be kept in my mind as my very first memory from when I first set my foot on the American ground. And the orientation at Pomfret School as the most advantageous prelude to this incredible journey one could possibly imagine. Knowing not a whole lot about me, the rest of the Westminster community, including Mr. Phillip, our headmaster, Mrs. Hugabaum, the assist representative, all of the students and faculty members, and my lovely host family, the Eklunds, accepted me open-heartedly into their lives. Even the weather was more than welcoming. An earthquake during my very first week in Simsbury, soon followed by Irene, and then, at last, the snowstorm in October, which somehow managed to deprive thousands of homes of electricity. As the school year began, I got involved into various school activities very quickly. I got to experience the immense variety of clubs Westminster offers, such as Student Music Organization, Poetry Club, and Multicultural Students Union. Moreover, I served as an admissions tour guide on the campus. In the fall, I was enrolled in technical theater, where I, working on the set for Eurydice, made lifelong friendships and wonderful memories. In the winter, on the other hand, I reminded myself how hard and rewarding competitive swimming was. Spending 2.5 hours in the pool with the same group of extraordinarily talented, motivating and supportive people 6 days a week was an unforgettable and inspiring experience. I'm really glad that I used the chance to experience 3 different aspects of life at Westminster: the artistic one, the athletic one, and now in the spring, the community serving one. At Westminster, I was given the opportunity to explore my academic interests in a great depth and even discover some opinions I never knew I had before. I finally got the chance to actually study the fascinating anatomy and physiology of human body. I also got to satisfy my hunger for linguistics as I started learning my 5th foreign language, Spanish. The only class I wasn't that excited about was the US history. Ironically enough, it turned to be my favorite class, making the commendation for an excellent US history term paper, along with the academic achievement of SUMAS, one of my proudest accomplishments to date. None of this, however, would have been possible without the excellence of Westminster's dedicated and skilled faculty, whose attention to each individual I will certainly miss in the years to follow. My breaks from school were full of traveling, as my caring host family did their very best for me to experience as much as time permitted. I spent a delightful week at Cape Cod, Massachusetts, where I swam in the ocean for the first time in my life. The most memorable experiences, however, were the weekends we spent in Boston and New York City, the most breathtaking cities I've ever been to, and where it was a delight to experience all the things they had to offer. For all these reasons, June the 6th will be a hard day for me, as I will have to part ways with my new friends, new school and new lifestyle, all of which now appear to me to always have been a great part of my life. My achievements, however, gave me a lot of confidence, stimulating me to keep pursuing my goals in life. Looking back at the time I spent here, I can't help but smile. I want to tell everyone I know in Croatia, all of my family, friends, and teachers, about the boundless joy of living in an incredibly supportive, caring, and motivating community. This amazingly inspiring journey broadened my horizons and shaped me as a person to such an extent that I don't think I will ever be able to fully express my gratitude to Mr. Landfast, my generous sponsor, Mr. Stanley, and Mr. Mill, and of course the rest of the Assist family and Westminster School for all they have done for me. This experience changed my life without a doubt. I grew up a lot since August last year, and I'm proud to know that I'm a full-time member of the Assist alumni. Thank you.